Hey guys, I'm back with another Steelers video. You know, I gotta be honest, Steelers videos are my most favorite videos to make on the channel. I really like talking about them when they win. I really like ranting about them when they lose. I really have a lot of fun making Steelers videos. I'm really happy that the season's starting again, and I get to talk about some Steelers stuff. So, let me talk about the two games they've played already. So, the Hall of Fame game against Dallas. They win 16-3. So I watched that game. I had to watch it. I had to start from the beginning, an hour into the game, because the game started at 8 and I got off of work at 8:30. So I watched it and I had a very fun time watching that game. That was the most fun I've had watching a Steelers game in a long time. You know, I didn't have to worry about anything. And then I go on the internet, and then you gotta see all the people complaining, saying this game was so annoying to watch, or complaining that everyone sucked and didn't play good. It's like, okay, first of all, it's the Hall of Fame game. It's a preseason game. It's the first live NFL game since the Super Bowl. First game the Steelers have played since January. The first game that the Cowboys have played since, I guess also January because they didn't make the playoffs. But the Steelers got eliminated a week later. Both first time these teams have played in 7 months. Don't even have their starters in the game. Steelers weren't playing Ben. Cowboys weren't playing Dak. You know, where are you expecting this to be? The best game of the century? No. So just take the pacifier out of your mouth and stop complaining that the Hall of Fame game wasn't good. It's not supposed to be good. It's a preseason game, alright? So, it was a very fun game for me to watch. Even though the Steelers didn't really play that good in the first half. They didn't play good at all. They didn't score anything. They were down 3-0 at halftime. Steelers defense did a pretty remarkable job at keeping the Cowboys out of the end zone. Of course, also the Cowboys also did a really remarkable job at keeping them out of the end zone. And kicking in that game was terrible. The Cowboys kicker wasn't good. Steelers had that Samuel Sloman, who actually played for the Titans last year. He was the guy that kicked the game-winning field goal in the Titans Week 17 game against Houston that won them the AFC South. Steelers took him and he misses like 2 field goals and a PAT, but he ends up making like a field goal and another PAT later or something like that. Steelers won 16-3 overall. Very fun game to watch for me. And then the next week, in the first week of preseason, there's only 3 preseason games because since this NFL season has 18, now there's 18 weeks, 17 games instead of the usual 17-week, 16 games that we've had since the late 70s. Now there's only 3 weeks of preseason, which kind of defeats the purpose of having an extended season. So, they played the Philadelphia Eagles last Thursday. Steelers won 24-16, despite being down 13-0. Steelers' Joe Flacco did amazing. He did a really good job. Best he's played in a while. Of course, then they bring in Nick Mullins and it all falls apart. Steelers, Mason Rudolph and Joshua Dobbs played, and they're both doing okay. But the main attraction so far has been Dwayne Haskins. He has been a surprise for me so far. I remember back in January when I saw that the Steelers signed him, I was pretty irritated, upset, because I knew he wasn't good at all. He was terrible at Washington, but he's been doing really good at practice. And in the preseason, he's been playing very well. He threw over 100 yards and a touchdown against Philadelphia last week. So if Ben ever goes down, I think we have a pretty reliable backup in Dwayne Haskins. I think. I guess getting beat by your wife does something to you. Sorry, Dwayne, didn't mean to do that. But so the Steelers' next game, I don't know when it is. I think it's on Saturday. It's against Detroit. Steelers win? I don't know. I mean, the Lions did decent against Buffalo. So my main hopes for this season is that the Steelers just have a decent year. Of course, everyone is sleeping on Pittsburgh. It's what they did last year. They slept on Pittsburgh. And what did Pittsburgh do last year? They went 12-4, won the AFC North. Of course, they went 12-4 in a way I don't like, They go 11-0, and then they only win one of their next 5 games. Shouldn't have won that game against Indianapolis. Should have won 11-5, but they didn't. Went 12-4, still won the division. Not the way I would have liked, and they went 1-0 in the playoffs. And they're sleeping on them again, which I could kind of understand why, because our offensive line. I mean, Marquise Pouncey retired. Villanueva went to the Ravens. Steelers got rid of DeCastro for absolutely no reason. No reason at all. TJ Watt isn't even practicing for contract issues, which that's irritating. Ben, I guess he's been doing fine. Najee Harris, he didn't really play last week. Only had 2 carries. Of course, he's really got to stop hurdling because that's going to get him hurt. If he wants to be a good player in this league, you know, you got to stop hurdling all the time. You got to do it when it's necessary. Don't got to hurdle someone every single play or try to hurdle 3 people at once like he did last week against Philly. Juju, of course. I've said that I want him to stop acting like an idiot, and of course last week he's still dancing on the sideline, so nothing has changed with him. He's gonna probably become a diva like Antonio Brown. Chase Claypool is still a cocky player, and he got hurt in practice today or yesterday. Sprained his ankle, not a minor sprain, nothing terrible. Might be able to play in week 1, maybe not. But it's nothing serious, not like Carson Wentz. Running back situation looks promising, a little promising to me. Can't really say anything right now. Happy James Conner's gone. He's at Arizona now. And then the biggest thing I'm wondering is how our offense is going to be, because the biggest issue with the Steelers having amazing defense but horrible offense, and the main reason for that is Randy freaking Fichtner. And you've seen my videos last year and all the times I've complained about him. He's gone. They fired him. Our offensive coordinator now is Matt Canada, in which, if you remember him, he came in as the interim coach for Maryland when that Maryland coach that prevented that player from having water, which ended up killing him, and then he got fired. Matt Canada took over. They did pretty decent. Almost beat Ohio State in that overtime game, you remember? And Maryland went for 2, and then they were like, no, we didn't make it. So I hope our offense does better. I mean, Matt Canada I was hoping it was going to be Matt Canada, and it was. So our offense is looking better, of course. And then I see stuff like when Mason Rudolph fumbled the snap. It was like, oh, the Steelers' offense is at it again. That's not the offense. That's just Rudolph being an idiot. You know, you can't blame the entire offense for the quarterback dropping the ball. So, my honest prediction for the Steelers, I'm going to say 10-7. Not going to win the division. Probably it's going to be 3rd place. Cleveland's going to get 2nd. Ravens are going to win the division. Bengals are going to be in the bottom like they always are. Definitely going to go 10-7. What am I going to say for week 1 against Buffalo? It should be a loss. I mean, Steelers went into Buffalo last year and couldn't beat them because of Juju. You know, it's kind of hard to win when you have a receiver that's more worried about his TikTok account than actually playing and making the millions of dollars that he's getting paid to play the game. But he cares more about TikTok, so I don't know why he just doesn't become a TikTok star. If he does care about playing the game, then show me and stop dancing on the sideline and acting like an idiot. So that's my honest prediction. I'm not trying to say, oh, we're going to be so good, because common myth, Steelers fans are idiots. Oh, you know, they're all high up in the head clouds. They think they're going to be really good every year. Well, guess what? All Steelers fans aren't idiots. Some of them are cool. A lot of Steelers fans, I do believe, are annoying. How they, you know, act, and how they think that they're so good, even when they're not. Like, when Steelers are bad, they're bad. Like, when we started losing games last year, I said, we suck. We weren't even that good, and we were 11-0 either. I mean, it's like, but also people won't give us a break either. I mean, even if the Steelers would go Even if the Steelers did go 16-0, they were like, oh, they're the worst playoff team or worst undefeated team ever. They're gonna lose instantly. You know, the Steelers can't catch a freaking break. Another thing that annoys me is the comments about Ben and how he's washed up. He's not. People say, "Oh, Ben was so washed up last year. He did nothing." Correct me if I'm wrong. Ben had almost the same amount of touchdowns and interceptions last year than Justin Herbert did. And Justin Herbert's the next best guy. They both had like around 33 touchdowns, and they both threw 10 interceptions last year. And Justin Herbert's the next best thing. Ben gets the same stats, and he's washed up. So, Ben is not bad. He's not a bad quarterback. He knows what to do, and I really sincerely hope that they prove them wrong this year, like they did last year until they started choking. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.